Hey, everybody, and welcome back to What the Quest, Avatar Legends Edition. Before we get started, we would like to acknowledge that we are privileged to record the show on the unceded traditional Coast Salish lands, including the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations. We just lost Carmen's video, which is
Oh
probably going to
no.
happen intermittently because something's up. I don't know what.
Carmen's been okay.
Hmm.
So here's the thing. Carmen got cursed by a witch, and now there's ghouls in her house because it's spooky season, obviously. So
Hmm.
if you can't see his video, it's just the ghouls that live in his computer. So just be patient, and hopefully the ghouls will subside quickly. And yeah, no, not a big deal.
You'll still be able to hear him because that's a different thing, and he's back visually with us now. Um, so just generally, I would say to the chat, if we lose Carmen's video, I'll be on top of it, unless I'm in the middle of a bit. Uh, I will get his video back up as soon as possible. So you might drop in and out, but don't worry about it.
We tried opening it and closing it, turning it off and on again. But the
Yeah,
ghouls are very persistent.
the solution I have found that works is to just delete the link that I use for his video and then put it back in, and then it
Yeah.
works. Um,
Works for me, mostly because I don't have to do anything.
yep, perfect.
Jeez, Carmen, stop making yourself so opaque.
I mostly wear black anyway, so it fits if my entire screen goes black.
Mhm. He's the dark, moody one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's all the intros from me. I'm Stu. We'll hand it over to our questmaster Taylor to take things home.
I'm the Avatar. And I will bend this adventure into something that's watchable. Let's just go around quickly and introduce your characters very, very quickly, like 1, 2 sentences again, just to remind everybody, and then I'll pick on somebody to see if we can do a little recap from last time. So, Cheyenne, since you're the guest, and we all know the guest is best, if you want to introduce your character, and we'll go around a little circle. So it'll be Stu, and then Carmen, and then Lee.
Sounds good. Hi, I'm Cheyenne. You can also call me Shay for short if you prefer. And I play Nibi, the awkward, formerly orphaned waterbender who has now found a family and is forcefully going to adopt all of her classmates as her family. So get ready. You're going to get invited to weird things, and she's going to show up at all your events and sit in the corner and stare at you for long periods of time.
Great.
I fully missed that you were an orphan last time. That is makes it much sadder.
Was not mentioned, but she will mention it at some point because she likes to talk about it. And you're her new family anyway, so she might as well get that out of the way.
And Nibby is a waterbender.
Yeah.
And since everybody's a student, what is she studying again?
Yeah, and Evie's studying botany. She isn't completely sure what she wants to do with it yet, but her parents are both plant enthusiasts and like to grow things, so she thought might as well stick with a family biz. So you'll probably watch her excitedly touch vegetables and
So this
maybe
was
eat
before you
them.
were an orphan.
Yeah, oh, she has adopted parents. Sorry. She actually
Oh,
does
okay.
have a partial family, but yeah, she likes you guys a lot too.
You're just
So,
finding families wherever you go. I like that.
yeah, I think she
Everybody's a
just
chosen family.
so true.
Just keeping a score of how many families you have on your sheet.
That was like literally what I was thinking. She carries her little sketchbook and she's just like, I have 6 dads and a lot of sisters.
And so
This is
many
how it
plant
works.
babies.
Hell yeah.
We were just
We were
talking
just
about
talking
plant
about
bending.
plant bending. Yeah. So maybe she's gonna become a plant bender.
That'd be cool.
It would be. Next we have Stew Pop, and Carmen's video appears to be gone again. I don't know if it's been fixed because of the lag in the.
It hasn't yet. I'm gonna see if it fixes itself just at first, and then if it doesn't, by the time I finish talking, I will fix Carmen's. I'm Stu Pop. I'm playing Lando, who is everyone's TA and a firebending grad student. He's an archaeology student, and may belong to like a secret society of archaeologists that are oppose evil, and we're maybe responsible for keeping alive some firebending traditions that were not kosher within the Fire Lord Ozai regime, and that may be why he can lightning bend.
Ooh.
He started out pretty world weary and then got real silly by the end of the last episode, so probably just gonna roll with the silly from now on. He's a bit of a weirdo, but he loves his students from a professional distance, though, as is appropriate.
Yeah.
Don't want to cross any ethical boundaries.
Yeah.
Loves, but not like loves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we wait until Carmen's essence has recomposited itself?
No, it's okay. You don't need to look at me. Coming to you from the void. Yeah. Coming to you from the bottom right of your screen, that's me here. I am playing Seluk of the Northern Water Tribe. I'm a waterbender. I'm back. Well, I think I was a student of philosophy. Was that what I was doing?
Yeah, you were a big nihilist.
Student of sass.
Yeah. And yeah. Seluk is a harsh and serious student who's trying to find his way in the way of things in the new this new city, Cranefish Town.
Yeah, you almost said Republic City. We're not there yet.
Nope,
No.
almost said it.
No, don't do it. It's not been founded yet. Thank you. And then we have last up. Yeah, we're working on it. There's gonna launch a new logo, some city colors, probably blue and green, as are all city colors apparently. So up next we have Lee.
Yeah, I'm playing Jasper, who is an earthbender and a student of landscape design, although they're not very good at it. And last time we learned that they talk really fast and they try really hard, but that's maybe not so skilled at things like earthbending or their chosen profession. But they try really hard.
Yeah.
And talk really fast.
They're just ahead of their time, They're like giant pillars of stone. It's gonna be a thing soon.
Yeah, maybe. You wanted a backyard mountain, right? That was
everybody
design plan.
It'll be all the rage eventually. The backyard mountains.
Backyard mountain. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Right?
I work on a mountain. It's not that cool.
What?
It's wet. I work on a big wet mountain.
It's a sort of okay mountain. It's fine. It's a lot of concrete.
Yeah.
It's more of a hill.
Yeah.
A really big hill, I'd say.
It is more of a hill. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what part of the country you're from, because to us in British Columbia, that is more of a hill than a mountain, but to everywhere else, that is a mountain. Because I remember living in New Brunswick, and people would go, "Oh, we're gonna go skiing on this mountain," and it was literally like just a big hill, and you're like, "Oh, okay." So our perception of mountain, what's mountain and what isn't, really depends geographically. Anywho, that was supposed to be a funnier story than it intended to be, but who gives a shit? Let's play some game. Who wants to give a recap of what happened last time? Who remember, or you guys can all collectively give a recap of what happened last time.
I was gonna say we should do that game where we each say like a couple words and then we go around in a circle, but it's really hard to do that online, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll be absolute chaos.
Let's do the even harder. We all try and say the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, okay, everybody go.
Oh no.
So, me as the dungeon master, / game master, because there's no dungeon yet, what I remember from last time having run this game, you folks who were going to school at a university that I forgot to write the name down of, but you were going
It was
into
just
local
University of
Cranefish,
Cranefish University.
something
maybe?
like that. And
Bolo Bao.
Bolo Bao
Oh
University.
yeah.
Pineapple Bun University.
Yeah.
So you guys were all going to this very small university funded by the local merchants in Cranefish Town. Cranefish Town is an industrial town. We're not quite at Republic City yet, but we see a lot of new industry popping up in Cranefish Town. Lots of factories and new technology coming out of there. And who wants to go from what else they remember? I'm gonna pick on Carmen.
Okay. I actually took a fair bit of notes last time. So we
Ooh.
got a fellow student, Laugan Lan.
Yeah.
Did I write that correctly? Right.
That's what I
A fellow student is gone. Just didn't show up to class. No one knows where they are. His
You guys
dad
had
is
a
the
very
CB.
important test.
Yes, yes. He was nowhere to be found. His dad is the CEO of Cabbage Corp, and so we went to his house to find out where he was. And we found that the house had been broken into. There was some broken glass.
Walking on broken glass.
And there was.
And what else did?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
There was someone watching us, who we confronted and captured, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lando fell in a hole.
I did fall in a hole.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That Jasper
I
made.
made the hole, I think.
Yeah, you made the hole. Lando fell in the hole. And you found a firebender who told you some info, but they weren't super crazy helpful, but they did lead you back to their sort of nearby where their hideout is, and then you dumped them in a trash can, and that's sort of where we left off.
Yes, because they were
Mhm.
being a weird supremacist, and so we tased them and dumped them in a trash can.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's important, I think, to mention that there's a rising tension between benders and non-benders in Cranefish Town.
Yes. Yes, a troubling rise of bending supremacists, I believe, was driving
Yeah.
that tension specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's been a bit of a concern in the town, because there's some gang activity, there's some people aren't doing so good. Hold on, I'm just taking some quick screenshots of things. But yeah, there's this sort of tension between benders and non-benders, a bit of bender supremacy happening, and the connection there between the Cabbage Corp abduction is that they're one of the factories in town run by non-benders, because the cabbage guy, he's not a bender. Neither is his son, but you guys all are, and he's your pal, and you're trying to figure out what happened to him. So let's start in. You guys are still in the bad part of town, and it's starting to be like dusk-ish, heading towards sort of nighttime at this point. So you just put Yumi into the trash can for being shitty. And just as you do that, it does create a loud noise. And out from a building, you see two more firebenders, sort of dressed the same way that Youngmi was dressed. And they go, "Hey, what are you doing with our pal? What's going on here?"
We're dumping her in a trash can.
Whoa, hey.
Well,
Who? No. Nobody dumped anybody in a trash can. Certainly not a pal of yours. We should go.
are you? Oh,
Jasper just
You
looks
guys-
at everybody.
Yeah. Or are you guys heading to the thing?
The thing is like
Yes.
pretty cool, but like we're kind of lost getting to the thing. How do we get to the thing?
Well, all the benders in town are going to the thing, especially firebenders. Looks like you got a firebender there, but I'm more concerned of why you threw another fellow bender into a garbage can. The next guy. They both sound kind of stupid. Let's give them a different voice. So that one guy, there was one guy, and the other guy's gonna be like, "Yeah, why'd you throw a pal in there? I think then them's fight. That's a fighting action right there. We don't take kindly to other benders roughing up our gang members."
Oh, so you admit you're a gang then? That's interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, the way things are going around town, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect yourself from the non-benders, and you gotta protect yourself from the other benders who are fighting for territory. Who isn't a gang? But you know
Explain
what?
explain why you need to protect yourself from non-benders. Because like, what can they do to you?
Oh, well, like, don't you know about all their new fancy machinery that they got going on?
Are they taking your jobs? Is that why you're mad?
Yeah, a bunch of us got laid off. They brought in some new machinery, Fire Nation, Steam Run, whatever, this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, we were a lot of factories employed benders, and now they're. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I'm.
It sounds like you should
Yeah,
join with
either with us
your
or against
non-bending
us.
brothers
Yeah.
and form a union. So that you can have you really should be seizing the means of production. It sounds like your real enemy here is capitalism.
I mean, we're doing something like that, but you know what? You guys ask too many questions.
I
thought
haven't
we
asked
only
a
asked
single
one
question. I've
question.
mostly been making
Ooh,
statements.
maybe you're not asking enough questions.
That's a good
Did you
point.
think of that?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the smaller of the two guys is gonna kick some fire at you. You're either joining us and you're going to the thing, and he punches some fire, them's fighting words, especially dumping our friend in a trash can. We understand she can be lippy, but hello, we take care of our own. And if you're not with us, you're against us.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
What? Nose just starts bleeding. Lando's nose just starts bleeding profusely.
Crossover.
Cross the streams, and yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, somebody pulls out a lightsaber.
Whoa.
Are we playing riffs? So
Well, what do you guys want to do?
On that one. I mean,
I'm gonna give you a
got
couple options here. You can either fight them or try and ingratiate yourself to them and find out more about what they're about to be up to, or you can fight them and then you'll figure it out anyways eventually.
I mean, I am always up to punch some nuts.
Can I try using one of my moves on these guys?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a conversational move called Whatever I Can. So when I spend time talking to locals about their problems, I roll with harmony. And on a hit, I hear about the most significant and serious problem at hand. The GM will tell me who it affects and what is the cause, and on a 10 plus, I can ask a follow-up question. But
that's an amazing
if I miss, I create a whole new problem from my nosiness. So I feel like this is perfect for this scenario. I feel like Neeby's probably going to be like
a perfect move. Yes, roll those dice. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So Neeby's going to approach and try to just empathize with them a little bit more. Like, we did put their friend in a trash can, and garbage isn't really that great to hang around, and maybe I can make more friends. More friends, the better.
Yeah, totally. Let's see how you do.
That is a nasty fail. That's like a 5, everybody. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Wah, wah.
So, how do you fail at doing this? Like, what do you say to these two sort of nosy young gangsters to make them dislike you even more? They're already pretty like not on your side, but they're willing to like They were maybe willing to hear you out because you're a fellow bender.
I'd probably just say, well, gangs are just bad, and we just thought we would, just maybe like your friend was snooping on us, and we just got like really upset that they were snooping. But then it turns out they were like really rude and had like kind of a garbage mouth. So like I don't know, we just really wanted to come to the thing. Will you tell us where the thing is?
That's it. You guys, you know what? You're definitely not with us benders in this town. You seem like a bunch of non-bender sympathizers. You probably, who knows, you're probably hired by one of the business owners. But that means
Wait, we're getting paid?
Yeah, you're
Are you
getting
guys
like a
getting paid?
scholarship.
Oh, right.
Are we getting
Never
paid?
mind. Whoop.
Are you getting paid?
I mean,
I don't know. Am I getting paid?
I'm broke.
I'm kind of doing my job,
I
so I'm
mean-
probably getting paid.
Lando's getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also, I think
I
you
don't
guys
think
are
we're
all
getting paid
getting
for that, though.
scholarships or something like that. Because the guy,
Probably.
Yes,
Cabbage
I
Corp
think
guy, he runs
Does
the
that count,
university.
though?
Yes.
I guess it kind of does. This may be bribery.
Yeah.
it's a form of payment.
Sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
Continue,
You're not collecting a
young
salary, but
ruffian.
you are getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. You sound like one of those no good non-bender sympathizers. A bunch of weaklings. And then they get fiery fists and they are gonna attack. And I guess we're gonna go right into some fighting right away here. And
Can I do one thing just before we start to fight?
Yes.
I would like to, recognizing that we're going to go into a fight, I'm going to whistle loudly and use my new ability because I failed enough that I got some stuff last. I grew. I'm going to use Yip Yip and call my pet Komodo Rhino.
Oh God.
Oh.
Which, of course, we all remember that we rode here on, so it works in the fiction.
Oh yeah, you
Uh-huh.
totally rode here on a Komodo
Mhm.
rhino, your pet Komodo rhino.
Yeah, so
Which is funny because you see all these ostrich horse-drawn carriages in town, and it kind of stands out, taking up the entire street. But let's roll with it. You all rode there on the rhino. Sorry, the rhino, Komodo rhino.
yeah,
So it's like a big lizard with a horn.
yeah,
Oh, good.
pretty much. Yeah, it just looks like a big Komodo dragon with rhino horns, and
Terrifying.
just going with the Lando name. This one, it's named Falcon.
Aw.
This is my ride, Falcon.
Cool.
Yeah. So he comes running up to fight by my side.
Oh, love that. Okay, so Stu, you informed us before we started playing. You understand a little bit more how combat works. Did you, in that understanding and deep studying and about how combat works in this very very new game, did you at all get initiative, or do we just announce what we're going? The players announce what they're going to do.
Yes. So basically, how this works is we all individually state what approach we're going to use. You, as the quest master, secretly write down what approach the NPCs are going to use. And then we go in order of the three approaches. And the NPCs always follow the PCs, as I recall.
Great. I'm gonna trust you with that. Not just making it up.
Let me get to
Sounds right.
the combat page here, just so I can make sure I am saying this right. Where are you?
Thanks for studying. You're
Yeah,
really living up
so-
to your grad student.
Well, I am the only one collecting a salary. So the three maneuver or the three approaches are defend and maneuver. So if you want to like get ready to defend yourself or like block stuff or move around the battlefield, that's what you would choose. There's advance and attack, so if you want to like close in on the enemy and attack them, and there's evade and observe, so if you want to sort of dodge stuff and obviously check things out, watch the battle, like sort of take a strategic approach. Those are the things you can do, and you do them and you resolve them in that order. So everyone that chooses defend and maneuver goes first, followed by everyone that chooses advance and attack, followed by everyone that chooses evade and observe. And combat kind of works
Thank you
like
for that recap.
Yeah, combat works like a mini game in that like the non-combat moves, basically you don't do them when you're in
it's just combat moves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've written down secretly what my two dudes are doing. They do have names. The small one is named Jax, and the big one is named Bull. Not Bull, but Bull. They're both readying. They've both been pretty feisty. They're pretty hot under the collar and other funny sort of firebender things to say. So they're getting ready, and who wants to go who's doing what? Let me.
I would like to defend and maneuver.
Okay.
I think I will also defend and maneuver.
Okay.
Okay, I also want to defend and maneuver. I wonder if we're all going to do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to advance and attack.
Oh, awesome. So then we roll dice, and let's see who passes and who fails.
So when we defend and maneuver, we roll with focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need Lee, Stu, and Shay to all roll some dice for me. See if they are successful in their defending and maneuvering, adding their focus to that.
Yes, so I got a 7, which I think means I can only choose one technique.
Yes. So you got a success, and then Lee and Shay. I'm going in order because I said Lee. I wrote down Lee, Stu, and then Shay for the defend and maneuver.
I got a 4.
Oh, okay. So that's a fail.
I do not succeed.
Nope. And Shay?
I also got a 4, so I am also flailing and failing.
Oh, no.
I will say, on a miss, you can choose to shift your balance away from center to use one basic technique.
Okay.
I did that last time, but I will pass this time. I feel like Nibi's a little flustered.
I'm gonna do that, I think.
Okay. So you're gonna turn your failure into a success, and so you can use one basic technique. Same as Stu. And then Shay will not do that. And then Carmen, you want to roll for your attack and advance as well?
Heck yeah. Rolling with passion.
Passion.
Ooh, 12.
Oh, great. Look at you, Mr. Dice Rolling guy. So I think
smashing success.
On a 10 plus, you get to choose one from that awesome list. You can mark one fatigue and use a learn technique. You use one practice technique. Use 2 basic or master techniques. So we'll get to that in a second. So in order of successes, Lee, what do you do to defend and maneuver against these two brutes named Jax and Bull?
Sorry, I'm just reading. So because I have moves that can be done when I do a basic move, the choose two. Can I do that?
And these are combat moves?
No, they're like on my character sheet. It says moves, choose two.
Yeah,
Because I have
if they
one that
say
says
you
when
can
you
do it.
rely on skills and training.
No, so there's a move called rely on skills and training. So if you were using that move, but that's a non-combat
But
move.
that's a basic move. But I did the balance thing so that I can use a basic move.
You can use a
So, yeah,
basic technique.
basic techniques are the ones that are listed on if you are looking at the manual right now. It's the combat technique. So under defend and maneuver, you have three choices there.
I understand now. Gotcha.
Yeah, the other ones are for non-combat.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I'm going to seize a position. I'm going to try and establish an advantageous position for the fight. So I'm going to kind of, I don't know, get the high ground, make some high ground.
Okay, so you're sort of in like the end nub of maybe like an alleyway. There's a bunch of sort of like ramshackle shacks. Like this is kind of like a rough neighborhood, almost like what I would say almost like warehouse, but like not very nice. So yeah, so there's definitely earth. You can either, maybe jump and climb onto one of the buildings, or just make yourself a big pillar or a mountain or whatever you choose to do.
I'm going to scramble up one of the walls and trying to get on one of the buildings.
I'm just gonna draw you a quick like what I'm imagining this looks like.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, because I have the ability to do that. So they're in a building here. There's a trash can here, and there's these two. Put them there. There's maybe like other buildings all along here. There's like a street and a little alleyway off to the side. I'm great at drawing maps ahead of time. I'm not. I'm just. I'm really good at theater of the mind. I'm just really bad at explaining it to people. So we have those two little X's are the dudes that are attacking you. You are in this sort of like sort of side dead end street. They just came out of like a shackle. I'm always imagining like the warehouses that you see that are all run down on just off of Second down here in False Creek that are just like different absurd panels of whatever just stuck on there. And at the back you can see there's sort of like a narrow alleyway, but there's also a street that you're sort of off of, if that makes any sense.
Okay. I'm gonna climb up the wall next to us. So not across from them, but like next to the back of the alley.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna climb up that and try and get some high ground that way. And next we have Stu, and you got a success. So if you could describe what you're going to do under defend and maneuver as your basic move.
Yeah, so because I got a success, I can also use a mastered technique, and I do have one. Mm-hmm. It's called Wall of Perfection. I create a perfect wall of defense around myself and any allies directly next to you, so basically everyone but Jasper now.
Oh no.
Which allows me to mark one fatigue to block a single attack towards the wall or keep an enemy at bay who tries to penetrate the wall. So I'm going to do like a sweeping leg thing, and a ring of fire encircles the group, protecting us.
Cool. Love that. That's a great visual. So you do that, circle of fire. Those guys are like firebenders, so they're like, look at that wall of fire, not knowing how much fortitude it's going to provide you. Shay, what do you try to do and fail at? And how do you fail? Describe.
Nibi was
Describe your
originally
failure
also
to me.
going. Nibi was gonna also look for an advantageous position, and I imagine that she would scramble onto some garbage and fall and cut herself very awkwardly, just as her TA told her not to.
So yeah, you there's obviously some trash and as they say on the Caustic Soda podcast, they have a million years ago they said debris instead of debris. So there's a bunch of debris all over the place, and yeah, you go to climb on some garbage, possibly beside where Youngmi is in the garbage can, and you lose your balance and you make a big more racket. Unfortunately, and on the plus side, the two attacking firebenders don't seem to be that threatened by you, so they might forget about that you're there. And next we have Carmen, who rolled a beefy 12, a big beefy
12.
Yeah. And what would you like to do under attack and advance? And describe what you do.
So I can use 2 basic techniques.
Yeah, you have a various amount of choices of what you can do, because you rolled that plus over 10.
All right. Well, I am harsh. I have a harsh demeanor. So I'm going to let's get right into it. I'm going to mark a fatigue to hammer them with my blows, my watery jet streams, and forcing them to mark 2 fatigue. I'm going to attack. Are they distinct targets, or are they like a group?
I'm calling them like a group.
Okay, then they mark 2 fatigue, and I mark 1.
Doing it. Okay.
And then I get another one of these because I rolled so well. I'm going to pressure. I'm going to impress or intimidate a foe. I choose an approach, and your foe cannot choose to use that approach in the next exchange. So I'm going to tell them they can't evade and observe next exchange.
Great, cool. They will not do that. They they have chosen advance and attack, and so let's roll a couple of. Okay, so they get 1. Since they're moving together as a unit, they're going to. Oh shit! They're gonna smash. They're gonna mark 1 fatigue and destabilize something in the environment. So they're actually going to set a nearby building on fire.
Oh god.
Rather than attack you directly, they're going to set the building behind you on fire. So you're in this wall of fire already, and then now you have like a roaring fire behind you that is not in your control.
Did their attack have to cross my wall of perfection? Could I spend a fatigue to?
I guess it wouldn't. I guess it would not cross it, but I guess they'll okay. You know what? Maybe here's what they'll do. They'll set some adjacent fire on fire. So the people that are not in the fire protection circle, this might pose an additional hazard to you folks in the future.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So not over your wall of fire. Oh no. I just lost my PDF.
Uh-oh.
Adobe Acrobat started to I'm gonna start updating. So
Also,
cool.
Perfect time.
both
we've
Taylor and Carmen are
Oh,
missing.
gone, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Everything sort of just went poop. Give me 1 second. I will get back into OBS. I don't know how that just happened, so just give me 2 seconds here. I'll be back on that.
Yep. My OBS is still running on my end.
Sorry about this, folks. Technical difficulties when your computer
Your house is full of
randomly.
ghouls.
I have a feeling what's
Yeah,
happening is that maybe your like connections keep dropping just like for a second, and that's doing something weird with OBS.
Yeah, maybe. It's okay. I will open Avatar in. I can open it in Google, while Acrobat decides to do what it's gonna do. You know what? Maybe it's a good time to take a break, for a bathroom break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's take.
Sorry about this,
I could use a break.
Let's take
everybody.
a bio and technical break.
Yeah. Till we get this all sorted out.
A
With
bits and
my.
bytes break.
Yeah, I know. My gosh. Yeah, let's take a break
Oh,
for
Carmen's
5-10
back.
minutes, and we'll come back to this. We'll join back into this fight with everything on fire.
Yeah, this is like the fight has just started. Now we're cutting to commercial break for dramatic purposes.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah, not because my computer decided to take a big dump, but okay.
All right, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Well, we all make some tea, fix some technical problems. We'll see you shortly.
Stay tuned.
Sorry. Thanks for being patient,
See you
everybody.